Cal. Today this practice is yoga for the holidays. I've designed this practice to be flexible for everyone and a time that you can come connect with yourself amongst the busyness of the holidays. You may be feeling stressed out because of how busy it is, so this is a really great time. You can come down and connect with yourself. We're going to be using a couple optional props, so if you want to grab yourself a blanket, a pillow, any yoga blocks if you do have some, or other props you'd like to bring, feel free. In addition to those, I also have a little hot chocolate with me and a journal for after the practice. So feel free to go grab those things now, and I'll see you in a minute. So if you've decided to join me in this practice, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you guys supporting me and willing to use this practice to connect with yourself and really enjoy it. So when you're ready, we're going to begin on our backs. Feel free to grab a blanket to cover yourself up with and a pillow for on the backs of your knees. So if you want to go ahead and place a pillow or your bolster just below your knees, this is going to help support your low back and your spine. I don't know about you, but I do a lot of heavy lifting, I feel like, this time of year, so this is going to be really good just to help settle into the body as we slowly awaken everything up. Go ahead if you want and grab a blanket just to cover yourself up with. And you can get a little extra cozy if you feel like it. Feel free to keep your hands under the blankets, on your stomach, maybe on your heart, or at your side, palms face up or face down. As we settle into the next few moments together, I invite you to just connect with yourself. How are you feeling right now? Acknowledge all of these feelings, and moving forward, I'm just going to read a short meditation before getting into this practice. Feeling the breath rise as you breathe in and fall as you breathe out. Take a few really deep breaths here just to feel how you are in this moment. So we're going to settle into the mind and body now. Remembering that mindfulness is a practice and it's not something that requires any obligation. You showing up today is enough, and thank you for being here. Thank yourself for being here and showing up and taking this next 45 minutes to yourself. Continuing those deep breaths, check in with yourself. Notice whatever is going on right now in this moment. Is there any pain in your body? Are you feeling stressed, relaxed, or anything else? Right here, you can acknowledge anything that's going on without judgment or expectation. If your mind starts to wander, come back to your breath and how it's feeling in your body. Now, picture the next few weeks. Take a moment here to notice what comes to mind when you think of the holiday season. How does your body feel? Is there tension? Is there stress? Excitement? Maybe exhaustion? Notice that and let it be, and come back to your breath. If any potent or overwhelming emotions come up, label them and acknowledge them. Maybe anger or stress. And you can attach those emotions to words, and we can let them go. Remembering to relax into the breath. As you breathe out, see if you can release any of that tension or any negative emotions that may have come up. Inhale, new, fresh air. Exhale, anything you don't want to hold on to anymore. You do not have to. You can let it go. Keep practicing this for the next minute. Now we're going to shift your attention to someone you care about. Here you can take a few moments to focus on friends and family. As you picture them, wish them well, wherever they are. May you feel peace. May you feel happiness. And may you be safe. Feel free to repeat these things in your head as you envision this person standing there with you. May you feel peace. May you feel happiness. And may you be safe. Now focus on yourself. This is a busy time, and you showing up today is important. Take those mantras and that energy you placed onto the person you care about, and imagine you're saying it to yourself. May I feel peace. May I feel happiness. And may I be safe. Again, feel free to repeat these things, maybe out loud or in your head if you'd like to. If that's uncomfortable, just keep breathing, feeling the belly rise and the belly fall as you envision letting go of any unwanted emotions or energy. It's important to be patient with yourself over the next couple weeks. The holidays are very busy and they can be stressful. Practice as best as you're able to and within your ability. Allow the holidays to happen, but make sure you take care of yourself and you set aside time to do little things like this, or go for a walk, or connect with a friend. If you feel comfortable in doing so, maybe bring a little smile to the face, a little moment of gratitude for being here and showing up. Take one more deep breath in and let it go. One more. When you're ready here, we're just going to begin slowly wiggling the fingertips and the toes, creating some length in the body, maybe stretching your arms up overhead, inhaling and exhaling, bringing your arms back down. When you're ready, just remove the blanket if you have it on and the bolster or pillow from beneath you. We're just going to set them aside for now. So we're laying on our backs. We're extended with our feet out, arms above our head. We're going to exhale, bring everything in. Give yourself a little hug. Feel free to rock side to side here. And inhale, extend. And again, exhale, bring it in. Give yourself a nice hug. We're just going to stay on our backs for the beginning of this practice as a nice way to ground ourselves and physically feel the connection we have to the earth. So we're just going to create small movements. Find anything that feels good here. I'm rolling my hips on the ground, but you could plant your feet and make windshield wipers, connecting any movements to your breath. And when you're ready, we're going to plant our left foot just underneath our left hip. We're going to bring our right foot up to the sky and just roll the ankle, feeling what it feels like to stretch right now and be in your body. You're welcome to bring your hands into this and give yourself a little calf massage, coming to your thigh. Thanking your body for working so hard during these weeks. And then when we're ready, we're going to cross that right foot over the left knee, making sure to keep the right foot engaged. Here we're in a figure 4 position. We're just going to slowly rock side to side. Being mindful if you have any lower back pain. You don't want to hurt yourself. We're just going to keep rocking side to side. And on your next in-breath, we're going to come over to the left side, exhale, drop that right foot to the floor, and you're going to feel a nice side body stretch. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, remembering to breathe deeply into the stretch. If you feel any pain, you can bring your feet a little further away from your torso, making less of a stretch. Or if you want a little bit more, you can just bring them in slightly. And on our next inhale, keeping the knee on your left knee, we're going to come back up into our figure 4 and over to the opposite side immediately. So this is the opposite side of the body that we're stretching, and a little bit more of our inner hip. We're going to breathe deeply here. We're not here for very long. Big breath in and out. Inhale, come back up to center. We're going to bring our hands right in between our figure 4, coming up behind our left thigh, squeezing everything in. And you can grab wherever is comfortable. I personally like on the behind of my thigh, but you could grab your knee and just tuck everything in. And we can roll the opposite ankle. And just take a few deep breaths here. On your next exhale, we're going to gently and slowly extend that leg out until it reaches the floor. If you don't want a full body stretch, you can plant this foot here and just stay. You could also optionally place a pillow or a bolster underneath this knee as well, or just extend it straight out, opening up your right side and breathing. And when you're ready, we're just going to extend both legs out, bringing that right foot and leg straight. Taking a few deep breaths here in corpse pose. And then we're going to switch sides. Plant our right foot below our right hip. Bring the left leg up. Feel free to roll the ankles or find little movements here. And when you're ready, we're just going to cross that left foot over the right knee and rock side to side. Remembering to be really mindful of your body in this moment. Moving with love and care. And on the next out breath, we're just going to plant that left foot to the ground, coming into this twist, feeling an opening on the left side body. You can place your hands on your stomach or at your side, wherever is comfortable for you in this moment. We'll stay here for 3 more deep breaths. On the exhale, we're going to come back to center and just slide over to the other side, coming into the opposite twist. Feels a little bit more awkward than the other side, but that's okay. Remember, in a yoga practice, you're not obligated to do anything. If you want to modify this however you wish, you are welcome to. This is your practice, and you can make it your own. On the next inhale, we're going to come back through to center, Hands wherever's comfortable. I like on the back of my right thigh, and bring that in. Feel free to rock side to side a little here. Maybe extend that right leg straight up and roll the ankle. You could also stand here in stillness. It's your practice. And then when you're ready, gently let this flow open and breathe. Alright, we're going to extend that left leg out to meet the right. We're going to stretch our arms up over our head. Big inhale, big exhale. When you're ready, we're going to bend both of our knees and roll onto your favorite side. You can rest your head here on your arm that's extended out and find some comfort. I love this position because I feel like it's a way to let go of anything else I don't want to hold on to. I can envision myself letting it come out of me through my hand, into my mat, and into the ground. Like visually seeing it release out of my body. Take a moment here, again, to thank yourself for being here. This is the time to celebrate you, to thank yourself for working hard, especially during the next few weeks and the last few weeks. And when you're ready, we're going to come up just slowly at your own pace into an easy seat. Now that we're in an easy seat, feel free to take a little sip of your warm drink of choice. And now we're just going to take a few moments to settle here. This is a pose that is absolutely can be modified. So feel free to grab a yoga block here and you can sit on it to raise the pelvis off the floor, just to create a little bit more opening. You can sit on your bolster or your blanket, really anything you'd like. I'm going to sit on my bolster. Place your palms however you'd like. And when you're ready, we're just going to envision stacking our heart on top of our pelvis and our head on top of our heart. So we're fully straightened out right now. Our spine is long. And on the next out breath, we're just going to drop our head down, bringing our chin to our chest. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your neck. And if you'd like, you can just start moving your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Go at your own pace. If there's any discomfort, you can ease off of it a little bit. And if you want more of a stretch in a certain spot, you can also bring in your hands to a little self-massage, or just keep going side to side, inhaling one side, exhaling on the other. We store a lot of tension in our necks, and this is a great way to release some of it and just get a really nice stretch. So we're going to bring our heads back up to center. Now we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder, feeling a nice stretch from our left ear all the way down to our left shoulder. Inhale to center, exhale, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Feel free to move at your own pace here. I'm going to come back up to center and repeat on each side one more time. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. Bringing our knees directly below our hips and our hands right underneath our shoulders. Our Back is flat here. And when we're ready, we're just going to drop the belly to the ground, inhaling to cat, exhaling, rounding the spine. There you go. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Find these movements at your own pace. Do just a few more. And next time you get to a flat back, we're just going to wiggle the hips from side to side. So I'm bringing the hips to each side of my mat, dipping them in. Feel a really nice stretch on both sides of your hips. All right, back to center. We're going to lift up our right knee. We're going to point the toe here, and we're just going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Little wiggle from side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the left knee up, pointing those toes. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Great job. We're going to walk the knees mat width apart, toes to touch, and walk the hands out. And you can either stay here, or if you want to modify this at all, you can just bring your bolster right up between your legs and come on down here. Just remember, after a few breaths, if you're on one side of your face, just to switch to make sure you don't mess with your neck too much. So we're going to breathe into our belly here. Feeling a nice expansion in our back because our ribs are expanding in our chest. Feel your lungs get filled with air. We're not here for long, so on the next in-breath, we're just going to walk our hands up. We're going to come back to our tabletop position. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our hands about a hand width further. Curl those toes under and come into our downward dog. Feel free to walk out your dog. I just need to fix my shirt. And walk it out. If movement feels good, feel free to find some here, or you can remain in stillness. And when you're ready, we're just going to lift the right leg up, stretching that foot out, and turn to open up those hips. Breathe here. Inhale, come back, and lower the foot down. Walk it out. And we're going to do the opposite side, bringing that left foot up, stretching out, and opening up those hips to the side. Deep breath, and back to center. Great job. We're going to walk it out again, and when you're ready, we're going to bring the right foot up, stretch those toes out, come through, knees through our hands, back up, and now we're going to go right knee to right elbow. Big breaths here. Inhale, come up, right knee to left elbow. Great job. One more time. Hands up, foot out, foot through, and we're going to plant it, lowering our left knee to the ground. Bring our hands up into this lunge position and down. Feel free to grab some blocks here if that's easier to move. And we're just going to come up into our runner's lunge. And walk it back out. Curl those toes under, come up, and using our core, all the muscles that we have, we're going to bring our hands up into high lunge. breath here. And now we're going to plant the back foot so it's parallel to our yoga mat, almost parallel. Bend in here, bringing our hands out into warrior two. Exhale, we're going to come dropping our back hand to our back thigh into reverse warrior. Inhale back through warrior two. Exhale, soft warrior. Back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And warrior two. Now we're going to bring those toes back. We're in high lunge. We're going to come down, plant that left hand, and come up for a side body stretch, bringing the right hands all the way up to the sky. Great job. We're going to bring that foot back to downward dog. Walk it out. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the left foot up, bring it through our arms, back up. Now we're going to go left knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Great job. One more time, right through. And plant. Great job. We're going to lower that right knee here. Come up into our lunge. And down. Dragging our hands back. Flexing our foot into runner's lunge. Should feel some nice stretching on the back of your calf here. And exhale, walk it through. Plant those hands, making sure our heel is right directly below our knee. Curl those back toes under, come up, and when you're ready, using your core, come up into high lunge. Deep breath here. We're going to plant that back foot, come up into our warrior two. So our hips are squared, and we breathe. On our next exhale, we're going to drop our hand to our back outer thigh, feeling a nice stretch. Exhale, warrior two, and here. Back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior, and warrior two. And we're going to bring that foot back. Come on down. You can drop this knee here or keep it lifted. We're going to plant our right hand and come up for a nice side body stretch. Great job. From here, we're going to come back to downward dog. Walk it out. Great job. We're going to bring that right foot up. Bend that knee. Come on through. And we're going to plant it. We're going to drop that back knee. And bring our hands side by side. Slowly heel toe our foot out. And we're going to curl onto the outer edge of our foot. Letting this hip fall kind of open. And you're welcome to stay here. You can make your way down if you're feeling like you want more of a stretch. I'm just going to stay here. And you breathe. Remember, you are strong. You are capable. And you can do this. Great job. We're going to gently heel toe our foot back, bringing this hand to the other side of our foot. Curl those toes under. Come back. Downward dog. Walk it out. We're going to bring our left foot up. Come on through. Plant it. Bring both hands together. And slowly heel toe that foot back out. And you can come onto the outer edge of the foot if that's comfortable. And we're going to breathe here. You shouldn't be feeling any pain or pinching here. If you are, just bring everything closer together. Good job. Heel toe back in, curl that back toe, and come into plank. We're just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, walk them mat width apart, point the toes together, and extended child's pose. We're not here for very long. We'll take a few deep breaths. Our next inhale, we're going to come back up to tabletop, walk our hands out, curl the toes, and we're in downward dog. All right, when you're ready, we're going to bring the right foot up, come through. This time we're going to plant it down. So we're coming into pigeon pose. And you can put your foot as close to your body or as out as you want. I like it pretty close. Want to make sure your hips are off the ground. It's not like on one side. And you can either stay here or you can come on down. You can rest your head on your bolster. You can rest it on a block. Remember that this is your practice and you have the ability to make it your own. You're not obligated to do anything. Just gonna breathe here. Making sure we don't curl the shoulders in. We want everything to be engaged and aligned. Just here for a few more breaths. Great job. On our next inhale, we're going to lift the head, remove the blocker bolster if it was there. We're going to plant the hands and curl that back toe. When you're ready, we're going to come right up to downward dog. Great job. Now we're going to lift the left foot, come right through, and same thing on the opposite side. So drop that knee, make sure your foot's in a comfortable spot. And you can either stay here, or if you want, you can lower. Deep breaths here. This is a deeper stretch, but again, you shouldn't be feeling any pinching or deep pain. 3 more deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, we're going to remove the block, plant those hands, curl those toes under, and come to plank. We're just going to stay here for a moment for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Good job. So you can either hop, step, or walk your way to the top of your mat. We're going to forward fold, let everything go. Inhale, we're going to come to half lift. Hands are on our thighs. We have a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, 1 vertebrae at a time, slowly making your way up. Hands come up to prayer, and we bring our hands to our heart. Inhale, come up, hands come up into prayer, and we dive down, forward fold. Plant those hands, out breath here, inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we're going to root to rise again. This time, we're just going to stay here. We're not going to connect our hands yet. Take a deep breath. We're just going to grab our left wrist, slightly pulling, not too hard, and bending to the right side. Feeling a nice stretch all the way from your hand down. Inhale to center, grab the right wrist, and exhale to the opposite side. Inhale to center, exhale to the opposite side. We're going to do 2 more on each side. And next time we're here, we're going to bring our hands to prayer. Take a moment to appreciate ourselves. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Here we're going to come into an engaged mountain pose. So our feet are about hips width apart, maybe a little further if that's comfortable for you. We're going to envision slowly engaging all the parts of our body from our head, from our toes all the way up. So our feet are engaged, every toe. We're going to bring that engagement up to our ankles and our calves, into our knees and our thighs, our hips, and our core. It's going to feel a little awkward and stiff, but keep going. Trust the process. Our core is engaged. We're bringing that engagement up through our chest, to our shoulders, all throughout our arms and our hands, our neck, and our head. So now we're kind of in this stiff position. Everything is active. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths here. Alright, we're going to let everything go. Realize how flexible and soft your body feels now. You're welcome to find some movement here. Maybe swaying side to side, letting your hands float where they want. Just pick up the pace slowly. Keep breathing. And stop. Good job. All right, now we're going to make our way to the top of our mat. Inhale, bring our arms up into prayer. Dive down into forward fold. Now we're going to plant those hands, and you can either hop into plank or step into plank, making sure our hands are below our shoulders. And we're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Come into child's pose. So our knees could be together this time, and we're just gonna let go of everything we don't want. Come into a little safe ball. And breathe here. So it's normal to have your breath a little constricted here since our knees are in our chest, and we don't have that space there without our knees apart. So we're gonna let our breath fill our lungs into our back body. Take a few deep breaths. Great job. I'm going to come up to table. Alright, so now that we're in tabletop position, we're just going to plant our left hand right below our face. We're going to bring our right hand and come up for a nice side body stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to curl that arm under, threading the arm through our other arm and to thread the needle. You can either keep your hand planted, you can bring it to the lower of your back with your palm face up, or you can extend it overhead. Whatever feels good for you in this moment. We're just here for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to plant that hand if it was moved. Come back up to tabletop position. Cat-cows. Just a couple to realign the spine. And then we're going to bring our right hand below our head and come up on the opposite side. And when you're ready, threading it through and finding comfort with this extra hand. for 2 more breaths. Plant that hand, come back up to tabletop position, just a couple more cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, exhale, round the spine. We're just going to walk our hands over to the right side of our mat, bring our hips back, and we'll feel a nice side body stretch. 2 breaths here. And on our next inhale, we're going to come back up, switching to the opposite side. If you want more or less of a stretch, you can walk your hands further out or closer to your mat. And from here, we're going to come back to our table position. Kick those feet out and come into an easy seat to get ready for Shavasana. For our Shavasana, we're just going to grab a couple props to enhance this position. So if you have a yoga bolster or a pillow, you can grab that. And if you don't have 2 yoga blocks, that's okay. You can just place your pillow right here on the ground. If you have 2 blocks, you can grab them. And we're going to put the first one short side and the top one on the tall side. They're fairly close together. We're going to grab our bolster or our pillow and just lean them on top. We're going to grab our blanket to get extra cozy. Come on in. Just going to adjust this. We're going to bring just our lower back right to the start of that pillow. And exhale, opening up, getting nice and cozy. You can place your hands palm face up on the ground. Take a few deep breaths to settle into this position. Remember that you are not forced to stay here. If you are not comfortable or something is not quite right, you can move and modify or adjust this however you want. You're not obligated to do anything. In this position, we're just going to breathe. Feel our belly expand with air and exhale, feeling it deflate. You can use this moment to check in with yourself, acknowledge and appreciate how you're feeling. If there's any pain in your body, see if you can direct your breath there to help release some tension. We're going to stay here for about a minute or 2. And I just want to remind you that thoughts will come and go. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The idea of practicing mindfulness is just not to let them consume us. So if we have a thought come in, we can acknowledge it, thank it, and let it go. Just come back to your breath, choosing to focus on your inhale and your exhale instead. Holidays can be a particularly busy time, so it's really important to connect with yourself moment to moment and make space daily for yourself. Even if it's a 5-minute stretch, maybe a walk, or just a call with a friend. Taking this time for yourself is going to be crucial amongst the busyness of the holidays. Breathing. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you want. You can just pause the video and return to the rest afterwards. But if you're ready to wrap up, when you're ready, just start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, finding little movements. You can plant your hands using them to support you on your way up. And come into an easy seat. I'm going to keep the blanket on me for extra coziness. Just going to take a deep breath to center. Big breath out. Bring my hands up to the sky, bringing them together into prayer and down to my heart space. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me in tonight's practice. I had a little bit of difficulty filming it. My phone died halfway through, and then my storage was full. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you were able to take something away from this. I'm wishing you all a very safe and happy holidays. Enjoy the time with friends and family. Truly cherish it. And I just want to say that the love and light in me acknowledges and appreciates the light in you. Thank you for coming and spending this time on the mat for yourself. Namaste. Thank you.